Hello everybody, Krydax here. Welcome back to Freight Forwarding. We are working on rails. How exciting. We do need to do battery charging because I was reminded that trains don't run on fuel, they run on batteries. So we need charging stations. Now I actually have no idea how it works to I'm guessing that we will need a filter inserter taking out of the train. And it will have to be filtered for the, whatchamacallit? Words are hard. The spent batteries. Oh, there was a delivery. I love the sound of deliveries in the morning. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with a basic two-spaced. We'll do three-spaced. Three's easier for reasons I can't remember. I think it has something to do with signaling intersections or something. But this will be a right-hand drive system, so that will connect to there. And then it will come out this way. Like so. That'll go off to the rest of the LTN system. This probably won't go anywhere, so I don't really need that. In fact, yeah, we don't really need this right now. And what I do need is signals, though, because we don't want a crash here. And in this case, I can use all basic signals, because it's a simple crossing. I guess I could have that not be a crossing at all. You know, sometimes you just don't do a smart. And yeah, technically those would be chains. If, well, it depends. But yeah, probably. Chains are going to be more consistently not creating issues. Okay, that's way smarter. I don't know why I didn't design it like this in the first place. And then we just put the stop down here instead. Like so. And there's our LTN stop. We'll get into how to program that in a second. First, we'll get power poles set up. Actually, that's a terrible spot for them. Okay, so that's good to go. Charging station. You know, this one probably shouldn't be the one that requests batteries. I'll have another one that requests batteries closer to the depot. Speaking of depot, why don't we set that up? We'll have it, I guess, just down here. So the depot is going to be a set of... Well, first we need some sort of T-junction. So let's design our intersections. Someday I'll just make a perfect rail blueprint and use it for everything, but we haven't done that yet. I think I might have the one from my last playthrough in a book somewhere. Okay, so turn right, turn left. So that's good to go. And then for signaling, you do chain signal, chain, and then regular. Let me put these on the hotbar. New game, new rail system. What's up, Bale? Okay, so the reason you do chain signals is it essentially won't enter the intersection unless it can get all the way to the signal, the first regular signal it sees, in the direction that it's going, that is green. And this is only green if the block in front of it is empty, right? And so you always want to make sure that every regular rail signal has enough space in front of it for a train to park. So, because this rail signal will be green if this block is open. Now, let's say I did it like this. This would be bad because there could be a train here and it would think, oh, this block's open. And a train will go into this block, but then stop here and its butt will still be sticking into the intersection. So wherever you put a regular signal, you have to have enough space in front of it for the full trains, which I'm doing 1/4s, which means we need that much space. So that's the required amount of space in front of a green signal. What's up, Nomeru? Welcome, welcome. And yeah, I'm very excited to see how the rail systems continue to get better with all the updates that they're coming up with. Okay, let me do this one at a time. So we did right turn. This one's not going straight. Left turn. Theoretically, putting a chain signal before every single place where there's a crossing is helpful. Eventually, it doesn't make a ton of impact anymore. And I'm going to make this kind of symmetrical. So we'll put that chain signal there, even though it's not perfectly optimal. And I'll put that chain signal there. Chain signal there. Regular signal here. Turning right, going straight. Chain, regular. You can't turn left from here. Or you got right and left from here. So from this direction, we've got chain, and then regular. Directly across from that. Turning left, we've got chain, regular. Okay, cool. You don't really need any chains on the right turn. Is that true? No, you do. Well, you do need at least one. Yeah, I mean, you could just have these be rail signals instead, and then there would be a little bit more room for your train butt to be here. But I prefer it to be clean, and I feel like this is the cleanest design, because then it'll wait here until it can get to where it needs to go. You could have it like this instead, and then the train will go all the way up to here to wait to enter the intersection, or it'll go all the way up to here. So technically this is the most efficient because you're stopping at the last possible moment before, and like similarly this would be more efficient than where I had it, but I'm going for the nice clean aesthetics here, so we're gonna do it this way. And why are you complaining? What did I screw up here? Oh, I guess it's just an irrelevant signal. Because we can't fit another one right here. But I don't think that really matters. So that's fine. The biggest part that matters is that the top half is separated from the bottom half. And so we can have a right turning train that's not interfering at all with the train going straight, or we can even have a left turning train from this top one and a right turning train. So like, it's fine. Yeah, so this is my T-junction, and I will put that in the book, and we will have a book within the book for the trains. FFK2 trains with a Z to make it cooler. And this is a T-junction. Cool. Oh, the new raised rails are going to be awesome. Super awesome. Okay, now we need to make room for depots. I'm thinking we'll just go straight and branch off into little straight depots as we need more. They'll be tighter packed than that. And then they'll come out this end and just kind of come back to this thing. Okay, I guess that's... We'll have to go... Also, I need to make sure these are actually long enough. I made some more LTN depots somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might go one more. So that there's room for a signal behind the train. In fact, is that still enough? Yes, okay. Oh, you've been doing 1-8 trains? Yeah, 1-4 or 2-8 trains. 1-4s are nothing compared to that. Okay, so this will be our first depot. Now, all you have to do is you need the LTN combinator, which is just a circuit and a combinator. You don't need this mod, technically, but I feel like you'd be crazy to play LTN without it because it gives you a GUI, which is so nice, and you connect it up to the green lamp. And then you name your stop depot. But actually, do you need an... So yeah, LTN with naming stops is kind of weird because if you do name them all the same thing, then trains will be able to repath properly. But I think LTN, I want to say LTN creates, when it creates this, the schedule, it creates a temporary stop right before the stop that it's calling the train to. So it doesn't really matter, I think, what you name the depots, now that I'm thinking about it. Why am I having trouble remembering? And I'm also having trouble remembering if it can differentiate between liquid and non. But it does know, and I don't remember how it knows. It's been a little too long. I don't remember how it deals with liquids versus solids. And one thing you do want at depots is like active provider chests and getting rid of stuff in case something goes wrong. Now, theoretically, nothing should ever go wrong, but this is Factorio we're talking about, and Murphy's Law most certainly applies. And this is where we'll do fueling of batteries. Okay. And then that'll be another depot someday. Yeah, I think if you name them... Why can't I think about... It knows how to do fluid trains, but I can't remember how it knows. Because how would it know if I had a train that had 2 regular wagons and 2 liquid wagons? Would it send it to go get a liquid or not? I actually don't know. If you have trains with all fluid wagons versus all regular wagons, it does know the difference. Now, But I wouldn't know if you mixed them, how LTN would handle that, because I've never tried. So don't ask me about that. Anyway, we need battery chargers. Where did I put that thing? And I don't know how fast these go either, but probably don't need a ton of them. And then this will be regular batteries, which we will request. Oh, hold on. We also need the filter. Filter inserter taking out the spent batteries. Oh no, that's a charged battery. So I assume it returns regular batteries then. And then we will supplement with batteries from the mainland. Long range delivery drone depot. Battery. Go ahead and do that. Okay. So that should load in charged batteries. Do some charging here. I have no idea how many I need. I'm just gonna make 3. That seems like it'll be plenty. Let's see if that's accurate. Yeah, 3 seems like enough. We'll find out. I guess we do want a little bit of a buffer, maybe. I don't know what they stack to. 100. So, let's do a buffer of 1 stack there. Freight forwarding has been recommended to you a couple times. I like it a lot so far. It's definitely different, and having Factorio being a part of it definitely changes it. This is from the wrong side of the belt, isn't it? So, I feel like playing it without Factorio, and I have a 20 times science multiplier too, so playing it without that would be very different, for sure. Okay, so we'll set up our first train, and then I will send it to depot. And once it gets there, oh, I guess I need to give it a battery. Then that turns blue. That's a good sign. It should be blue. And then it automatically kind of has this just recurring 5 seconds of inactivity. And it will just go off and do what it needs to do once we set up the... Yeah, spent result is battery. Okay, perfect. Once we set up the requests and stuff. And then we also need a... signal going out. I guess just a regular signal. Fine. And then we need a signal somewhere here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh no. Okay, so that has plenty of space in front of it. These, I mean, they're all going the same direction, so it doesn't really matter. Because it's true that, like, this, technically, you shouldn't put, you know, regular signals when there's not enough space in front of them for a full train, but since they're all just trying to leave, and they all will get out eventually, then it's fine. Okay, and then, what else do we need to do? I think we're pretty good here. Let me get one more signal, because this is the place that trains will wait for each other, is to unload. So we should have one over here. Maybe like one over here. And then we can put a train limit of, I don't know, 4 on the station. And then we need an LTN combinator. I can find them. There they are. Okay. Why can I not click that? Oh, you just typed. Okay. Now I don't know. I actually don't know the difference between using the vanilla train limiting and the LTN train limiting. I don't usually use train limits for LTN. So I'm not entirely certain about that. So here we just want to enable requester. Technically, if you don't have any chains and don't care about performance, just spamming loads of regular signals will make the train system faster. But yeah, request threshold is where it will be short this many items before it triggers a request. And so in this case, we need it to be a pretty small number because we're talking containers. So I'm thinking if we're short 20 containers, then we'll send a new request because trains can only carry 20 containers. Yes, there's an LTN combinator. Very important. Makes things so much easier. I'm guessing if you turn on a vanilla train limit, it overrides the LTN train limit, or vice versa. I'm guessing you only need one of them. One of them probably overrides the other one if you have both. That's my guess. But our depot should be set up, so now all we need to do is get the train tracks over. Let me get my hovercraft. Get the train tracks over to the titanium, set up a load station real quick, and then we need to put the correct combinators here. I'm also thinking we could just set... Yeah. Probably want to set these as the one that we're reading the contents of. Let me get some more wire. So like for the titanium, we want to request... Is this the titanium? Yeah. That's 24 times 4. We'll have to get this. Uh-oh. Bring this one all the way back. And we just hook it up to the green one. And so then we want output signal titanium, crate, container. We want to be, how many? Well, 24 times 4 is 96. So we just want to request 96. Now you need to make that negative. And there we go. No station supplying it. Found in the network. It's going to keep giving me that error until, well, we have something supplying it. Oh, okay. LTN's train limit is not the same type of train limit. LTN just won't send any trains there when it's filled. Oh, interesting. Right. Vanilla disables the station entirely when there's X trains moving to that station. And this one would prevent LTN from creating the order if there's that many trains there. So in this case, we actually want this type of train limit. So the trains will wait at, I think they would wait at the place where they got loaded and they wouldn't even try to come here. It's different to a disabled station. Well, it wouldn't skip it. Right. Because disabled stations skip. Yeah, it's more like a no path. It's like it removed a chunk of rail on the way to that area, and it'll just no path essentially until the train limit lets up. Yeah, the train limit feature is a big deal. Alright, we'll get these built. I should have regular signals every so often. I'll probably blueprint that in a bit. But for now, we're just getting this set up. Because titanium is one of the resources we need to get the yellow packs going. Okay, there's that. Need another train stop. Oh, well, that's kind of annoying. Guess we need a few more rails real quick. Well, I wouldn't say train limits are better than turning off stations because they're different. You need both. Depending on what it is you're doing. Alright, I also have some things I don't need. Let's get rid of these containers. Here, this is where loose containers can go. Ah! Disabling stations is removed? Wait, really? I don't remember that. I remember them talking about interrupts. They're also just not disabling stations at all. Feels like you could still use both, though. Interesting. They mentioned it in a comment. Huh. Okay, so train stop. Oh, yeah. Not long enough. Once I get really going on this island, I'll have to blueprint all these, but for the first one, I'm just spitballing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this is where things can get kind of annoying because you have to balance it. So if it tells, what am I trying to say? Essentially, the LTN network will read the total of, how many of these there are. The titanium containers, that is. And if it has enough, are these not equally spaced? No, they are. Somehow this gap up here looks bigger than the other gaps. So like, let's say we want the 20 titanium, but there's 20 in here and none in all of these. Well, it's gonna load the 5 in, and then it won't leave because it hasn't been filled up yet. You can have it leave after 5 seconds of inactivity, which is what it defaults, I think, to have on. And that prevents you from sending partial trains, which is usually a bad thing in most mod packs. Given this mod pack, I actually might... I think it's in here. Might actually just leave it the way it is. Because... yeah, finish loading. So this is the one that's on by default, and it adds an inactivity condition. Oh, but will it also... I actually don't know how that'll work. We'll have to try it out. I'm wondering if it will leave if there's only 5 in there or not. I guess we'll find out. So get that there. Provider. Provide threshold. So this is saying I will not tell the LTN system that I have anything. I will be invisible. I will not even show up to the LTN system until I have this many items of the type you're looking for. So one option is I could make this 80. No. I could make this 20 and make the limit of each chest 5, for example. And then that way it wouldn't show up in the network until I have all of the chests with enough to fill the trains, if that makes sense. So that is one option. I'm actually really curious before we set it up that way, though. I'm just going to put it to 80. And then I'll set all of these to 20. Which is that, right? 10. Yeah. So for now, just to try it out, let's grab 20. Perfect. And then I will change this to 20. And there we go. No. No path? Eh? Oh, haha. Damn. All right. We gotta fix that. Yeah, I mean, we could also do a nice balancer that keeps things fine over the long haul, but I prefer to not rely on balancers if you can help it. Wait, what is going on here? My nanobots are like refusing to build that rail. Oh, because there was a piece of wood under it. That's why. So interesting how they do that. I guess that's just how it works. Oh, here's another one. And another one. Now the train should be rolling. Here it comes. Okay, so let's see when this gets filled with 5. Yeah, it does have and then it has an or. Oh, right. I knew about that. It's just been a while since I've used trains for anything. You can even change that in the LTN options somewhere here. The stop timeout. So essentially it'll force them out of a station if it's stopped for 5 minutes. I changed it to 5 minutes. The default is 2 minutes. So it's all good to go. But what I really want I'll probably just do one splitter here. Like that. I'll give that train more of what it wants. Everything will end up in the middle wagons for now. The rates are going to be so low, it's not even going to matter. Once titanium backs up a little bit, it'll go in all the wagons and be fine. I just want it working right now. I'm not worried about titanium throughput for the moment. Well, until the middle chests have 24 in them, because that's or 20 in them, because that's the limit I set. Oh, and then I need to change. Yeah, you can use combinators to average contents. You could also use combinators if you don't want to do it this way, which is how I'm doing it, where it won't even show it has titanium until it has 80. That's a terrible idea, though, because then it will take so many hours. I'm going to leave it on 20, actually. Heck, I might even put it at 10. Because right now, titanium is very slow. Now, it's freaking out for some reason. Because it wants 96, right? Trying to create a request and it doesn't have a train. I guess it's interesting that it wants to create a train request even though I don't have the item. Because if there was a train, it still wouldn't send one anywhere because I don't have enough items. So yeah, we're fine. And then what we need to do is unload and sort the items from these chests. These all need to go to their respective, areas. So that one will go to titanium plates, and those will go over to the one on the left. Switches here. Cool. I think that will work. And any minute now, the train will hit its timeout limit. Yeah, it's about 1 minute away from timing out. And it will finish its delivery. And we should be good to go. Trains. Oh, you know what I could do? Why don't I upgrade those to tier 2 miners? That'll speed things up a bit. It is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. All trains are beautiful. ATAB. Aelor hates it. Good. Feel the hate flow through you. Feel the hatred. Okay. Alright, that should increase the speed significantly. 6.6. We can still handle all of that. And then 7. Yeah, okay. We still got plenty of processing. Wow, this area is actually starting to get a little bit weakened. Alright, here it goes. Let's follow it on its journey. Okay, we're not quite as fast as the train. Wow, those things zoom. Here we go, unloading. It's beautiful. And then that'll go to the depot. And now titanium is finally automated. Wonderful. And it's going to keep throwing me that error for a while, so we need to turn off LTN notifications. Where do we set that? In here, LTN, message level, errors and warnings. It still might be giving me that one, though. We'll see. There's not really anything wrong with it if you like multi-item stations. Well, that's kind of the point of LTN. If you don't ever have any multi-item stations, LTN is a lot less useful. It's still useful, but one of the easiest things you can do with LTN is request a bunch of different items to the same station very easily. Which is one thing that's nice. Okay, I think we're all set up. Eventually we'll need another train or two. I probably won't need very many, given, you know, the actual items per second that you need to transport is pretty small. But eventually I might need 3 or 4 or 5 once the whole island is filled, if we ever get that far. But titanium is being smelted, loaded, unloaded, loaded, unloaded, and decontainerized, and then finally used. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. All right, let's take a picture of our little train depot here. Okay, we're already stocked up on charged batteries. That's not a problem. Now, one thing I should probably do, this is just housekeeping stuff, is set up these guys with a wire, and we have a speaker that freaks out if there's anything in any of them. If anything is greater than 0. Okay, so that way we know if something's gone wrong. And then you should always have a chain before the entrance to your stackers or depots. That'll let it reroute. Copy the settings. Copy the name. Oh, I was thinking, why is that not blue? It's because we don't have a train there. And I don't have enough resources for another train right now, but we're ready for it. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Train network on Icy Island, technically finished. Best kind of finished. And now we actually have some titanium waiting to be loaded onto the boat. Where's the boat? Is that the titanium boat? Yeah. Oh, this feels so good. We can fly items from one island to the other. We're shipping all the major ones. The next big one is the rare metals. But now we have the infrastructure to hook that up. So. Yeah, as far as depots, I can't remember if I were to make a different type of depot and call them like liquid depot. I think it's very foggy. I think a train will always go back to the same named depot if it can. Am I remembering that right, or am I just totally making that? I might be making that up, but that sounds like something it should do. So if you had liquid depots and you named them liquid depots, it would always come back to the same one. And then if it can't, then it would look at the LTN network for things that are classified as depots and go to any of them. Maybe. I could be wrong about that still. I don't know the intricacies of how depots work. So couldn't tell you for sure. Because, like, we will need liquid depots. So I'm gonna have to have that right. And I just can't remember if the trains... Oh, empty containers. Whoops. Thank you, Stitches, for pointing that out. We can't end the episode yet. I need to request empty containers. Technically, yes, you can request and provide at the same station, but then it gets really finicky and you got to use inserter conditions. And you also have to make sure the inserters never, you know, stay swung out over the tracks trying to drop an item into the train, so I generally don't do that. So what we'll want to do is just have a separate little station here where we will request the empties. And we'll need to provide the empties somewhere. Craft one of you. Okay. Well, I guess this is a little annoying. Why don't I basically have this as my chest? So that would hold up to 16. Maybe we do 20 then. But we need it to be on the same side of the belt. Probably connect these so there's a little bit of a buffer even. Okay. So those 5 are being read for empty containers. And then we don't have enough. Container, empty. We want to request -20. So request more as soon as we have 0 in this area. That should be quick enough. Sweet. Okay, that should do it for requesting empties. Now I'm starting to worry this buffer's maybe a little bit too far back. We'll put it there. So it'll basically keep requesting things until this backs up all the way to there. And then it'll wait until it's emptied out and there's 0. Then it'll request 20 more, and there'll still be quite a few empty containers. There's probably an easier way to do it. I could just put them into chests right there, and then they'd back up all the way to the train. I don't know. Containers are cheap, so it doesn't really matter too much. And yeah, the names of these stations just don't matter. It would only matter if there's 2 of the same name. Even then, LTN can conquer that problem. So, the names are more for your own sake. Okay, so now we just need a providing station, and we will be good to go. Container providing should probably be... This belt seems good for it. Maybe we do make this a T-junction. Now that I've already... it's not enough room to turn around, though. Okay, instead of that, what I'll do is... put another junction over here. That's not gonna work, dummy. Okay. It's been a while since I've done anything with trains. We're out of practice. We are for sure out of practice. LTN, combinator doodad, you are a provider, your provide threshold is 80. You are gonna have some chests. And each one, so we'll do 120 containers in each chest. I think we're okay. Get that all powered up. This belt connects to over here. Cool. So this should work. Let's double check. Oh. Yeah, this is where the inactivity thing is going to get me in trouble, because now it wants to transport 200. Yeah, we'll just turn off finish loading. That's fine. Finish loading, it's fine to turn off finish loading, if I can find where it is. There it is. If you're only doing single provider stations. The only time it really matters is if you're trying to provide multiple items at the same station, or if you are doing providing and requesting at the same station. Can't you disable it per station? That's a good question. I've never even tried. I'm not sure. There's not an option on here. There might be a signal for LTN that does that, though. But yeah, so in this case, it actually got me in trouble. Because I was only supposed to receive 20. I got way more than I asked for. I'll just do it this way now. Alright, now we have, I think, fully freight forwarded titanium. Woo! And just about finished researching low density structure. Sweet. Is there an output on the station? Yeah, there's this yellow one. I don't remember what it shows. Nothing right now. So... yeah, it shows the item request. That sounds right. Yeah, it's going to keep complaining about that. That is kind of annoying. Just going to turn off the notifications for now. Hopefully nothing breaks. Because if it does, I won't know. But yeah, we're going to be lacking titanium for quite a long time. Beacons will help. Speed 2 modules will help. Productivity 2 modules will help. Because then we get a lot more plates out of this little patch. Another mining productivity research actually would help. That should probably go on my list of things to do. But yeah, the next big thing is to set up low density structure, believe it or not. Sweet. And I will call it a YouTube episode there, because we've got a nice little ending spot here. Train network is started, and I will be able to add on to that pretty easily. I'm liking how this is all going. Things are going pretty smooth. Progress continues to progress. And we actually have enough copper and iron? What is this? Feels weird. What are we short on? Are we short on anything? Oh. Oh, right. So that's why my base stopped running. I'm not producing steel anymore. I forgot about steel. LOL. Yeah, we'll deal with that in the next episode, but we're gonna have to fix that. So, steel. There we go. All right, well, as always, for those of you on YouTube, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next episode.